you are ferocious in battle, remember to be magnanimous in victory. But remember, the enemy should be in no doubt that we are his nemesis and we are bringing about his rightful destruction.
Riggedy rip the microphone strap. Man, the school y'all. Man, the school y'all. I'll burn you like Waco. You need more than Mako. Spit phlegm in the form of gems. Listen while I glisten. Watch the storm begin. Watch the storm begin. Watch the storm begin. Watch the storm. Watch the storm begin. Speak the wrong words. Speak the wrong words. Speak the wrong words. Speak the wrong words, and you will get touched. Real talk. Real talk.
I wouldn't have imagined I'd be standing here in my lifespan, but the reason I am is because I got that type hand when I roll in with that type pen. So it's funny, it's got snakes feeling constricted the second my game tightened. Now my only advice is, step aside, bitch. I got this shit in a chokehold, meaning I'm applying a vice grip, and you venomous snakes can continue your biting because I only get excited from the venom you've pumped inside me. That means it's mongoose when I let loose. I'm pissed off at myself because you were even able to get the strike in, though I won't even bat an eyelid. I just continue fighting. The way I've been taught will make you think you've been stalked, because the second will make you think you're being stalked, because the second you get jacked, I end up with a giant. I'll admit though, when we throw blows with bow titans, but from here on out, that dream goes black like it was behind closed eyelids. I was set to blow like a block sinus, and they wanted gems, so I'm dropping diamonds. And even if we had a battled on wax, the hook would have dug in like a rock climber's. And see? And I didn't mean to come across as so violent, but it's pretty much like I've killed Osiris with nothing but throat slices. And you play games, right? So it all came in the Call of Duty. I didn't care packaging him into a box because it just came as part of the kill streak. To beat me at this point, bro, you're going to have to dig down real deep, because even though this first round was dirty, the second one's filthy.
Osyris, let's go.
Now, before we get any of this shit underway, I believe I owe an apology to Adelaide. Because when I battled one of your own, I made some comments that implied that your city had no milk bars. I recently got some feedback from the milk bar community, basically saying that they weren't impressed with my statements and sentence. I realize now that my words were offensive, ignorant and reckless and full of aggression. But this is the second motherfucker I've battled from your city with weird teeth. So it's not milk bars that you lack, it's actually dentists. Looking like organic after a 6-day meth binge. I'm here to flip your block and make squares disappear. I like Tetris. Yeah. What up, Sope Suddz? I heard you're dope, bruv. Know what rhymes with Sope Suddz? Dope cunt. But how you got no bars but named yourself Sope Suddz? If the Adelaide scene was Lil Wayne, you'd be Eminem because you get no love. What you about to say? I lost to Matt Klein? So what? How they got Decoy's first rape victim against a grown-up? This is going to be pure carnage, bro. I tried to research your battles, but you have no bars to quote. You're a fucking vegetable. You only proved you can turn up but have an artichoke. I'm about to rip apart your fucking carcass though, because I ain't heard a bar from Sope, which makes sense because ironically, they don't know you from a bar of soap. Yeah. You ain't half as dope, you haven't mastered flow, you're here to spit bars, well that's great, but I'm here to fucking harvest souls. Because Osyris is back. Yeah, I go hard in the paint. Be careful in this battle on the angles you take. You want to call me a black kid from Africa? Well, let's get this shit straight, because I might be a slave. I mean, last night I can recall a certain somebody's mother had a nigger in chains. It all started when we went on a date. One thing led to another. It all started when we went on a date. One thing led to another, we were back at her place. After a couple drinks, we were fucking for days. We role-played her fantasy. The slave master's wife and the runaway slave. Oh.
Time. Make some noise, Adelaide. Round two on Sope, let's go.
Alright, I'm glad you're all here to witness this, because he's getting fucked from all angles. That's the relationship of a polygamist. I have to give him one thing though. The kid is resilient. He decided to come to Adelaide and he actually did this shit. But if he comes with nothing but them jabs, I'm gonna give him rights to what's left like his will's recipient. See? The distance is not only the difference, bitch, but also disciplines. And that being said, my evolution alone is a statement. So if you sit and think, you played the part of a missing link, because today all you did was fill in for creation. But on this occasion, sort of just an observation, but I could lift the very ground from beneath you and call that an excavation. Go ahead and test my patience, because that hole could be the exact same one that you placed in. And I'm not the type of killer that'll give you an explanation. But as they say, pay your dues and wait your time. Ironic you got skipped to the head of the queue but couldn't form a line. Tip, next time stay behind the older guys.
Let's go. Make some noise, people.
This is gonna be a clean body. Soap's getting washed. We don't have to know that he's gay to see Soap getting dropped. You've been fucking with the small fry. This is gonna be a clean body. Soap's getting washed. We don't have to know that he's gay to see Soap getting dropped. You've been fucking with the small fries. Now you want to come test a soldier? Forget about it, Soap. You ain't conditioned and I'm above you head and shoulder. He wanted to put up $300 to see who had the better verses. Boy, you would have lost 300 like you went to war with the Persians. Because you are dealing with the wordsmith. Every bar and cursive aligned perfectly to serve its purpose. It's closed curtains. My sole purpose is to search your soul's purpose and inflict as much pain and hurt until it's not worth it. So you're getting body bagged. We can't cremate this fag because he hasn't earned it. So I'm giving you the sleeper. We can't cremate this fag because he hasn't earned it. So I'm giving you the business. Watch how this works, bitch. Because I got fire rounds and I'm whipping clowns like a day at the circus. You bought your Adelaide squad? Well, I'm serving them hoes. If I snap, that shit will turn to a murder of crows. Because if we had to rate rappers' names, you wouldn't make the grade. Just spell out his name and you'll get what I'm saying. S-O-P-E, right? Well, let me fill in the blanks, because on that basis alone, you don't get an A. We're at the bottom of the card, but at least I make this interesting. I'm just here to make up for my last performance and fucking bring a day of reckoning. Because Matt Klein and Avant-Bard already killed shampoo and conditioner. They put an end to things, and now they give me soap. What the fuck did you expect from this? Time.
Make some noise, Adelaide. One round on Sope. Let's go.
Seriously, I know I fucked up before, but you should have given him precautions, because it's almost as if he thought the resources were shortened until he found out we have plenty. It takes a lot stacked on my back before I say that weight will even start to get hefty. It's either take that shit up a notch or let the blade of another rappy behead me. But as for your clique, bunch of useless duds. Not one of those cunts are heavy, saying that you got weapons and you go on to aim them steady. But dickhead, there is no safety on it if it's a machete. But you can pedal back on what you said about my city. Go ahead. Try and speak. You're an idiot to come here and collide with me. We could go outside and beef, but you'll only get jumped on by two of my mates like a trials beat. And that tombstone will read RIP. It's funny, if you had to put the money up against me, we would have seen a figure of speech literally become a battling feast. So when waging war, how about a wage for war? I get to show these fucking league owners what I've had in store and give the Australian audience something worth paying for. But to get here at this present point in time, hip-hop has dictated my lifeline. It was never to pastime nor came across as part-time. And that's why you're getting boxed like cast wine. Shout out to DC. Alright, and to tell you the truth, before this I kind of felt like I'd been gypped because you got killed by a Matt Klein, but that's fine, because this is just another occasion where that same bag has been zipped. So you get to get placed in the same place. Oh, bullshit, Seth.
Make some noise, Adelaide. Final round on Osiris. Let's go.
You wanted to bring up Matt Klein, right? So Matt Klein said I got a lion on this hand because it's the one I used to beat raw. That shit was kind of funny. That was kind of funny, right? No, not kind. But when will all the lies stop? It's actually because this hand will have you scarred, but this one will leave your pride raw. Because you weren't worth the trip, you stupid, silly bitch. I can't even believe I'm doing this. I'm just wasting lines like Sturdy using silly string. Because Kamira sent me a 2-on-2. It was you, Chris Austin, and a couple of cunts from Sydney. Boy, that shit was piss weak. It only proved you are rock bottom and not on my pedigree. Because you choked and tried to free, and all they got was Austin's 3/16s. Well, I'm a stone cold stunner. They need to get you an Undertaker because you look about 15. And it's my Call of Duty to give you a split screen and a halo for coming out the Master Chief.
Shit.
But don't worry, I'm not going to rap about grip and text. I am going to talk about how this is disrespect because you ain't been a threat. Or how I ran into your little ex. I sent that bitch a text and she was dripping wet because I heard she sucks dick for cigarettes. So we skipped past the games and I turned your Xbox to the red ring of death. Every bar is fire. You're a muff diver and I'm a punchliner. This is Slim Jesus to a Rough Rider. I go over heads but still throw shade. That's a sun visor. And you can bring as many lads as you want, they can all line up. But I guarantee you I'd box at least 24, and I'm not talking slabs of Budweiser. Time.
Make some noise, Adelaide!